Welcome to Soul Circuit. This is a space where we explore how soul principles reveal themselves through real, lived moments of life. In earlier Soul Circuit conversations, I shared the foundational language of soul missions, soul agreements, a soul journey, and soul contracts that each and every one of us experience. In this series, we step into the human stories which those principles become quietly alive. Today, I want to share a story that helped me understand the deeper nature of my soul mission. Not as something we choose from the mind, but as something that can emerge through a lived experience, even the ones we would never have chosen. When my son Jonathan was in first grade, his school required all parents, teachers, coaches, and volunteers to attend a workshop called Protecting God's Children. The purpose of the workshop was to educate adults about how child predators operate, how they build trust, how they groom not only children, but also the adults around them, and how awareness can help prevent harm. I attended that workshop as a parent, and something in me responded immediately. I felt a clear and steady pull, not just to understand the material, but to become part of the mission of sharing it. Part of that pull came from my own lived experience. When I was a young child, I experienced sexual abuse within my extended family, something that also affected my sister and cousins. It was not something that was openly spoken about at the time. Like many experiences of that nature, it lived quietly in the background. But sitting in that workshop as an adult, as a mother, something shifted. I realized that education, awareness, and open conversation had the power to change outcomes. And I knew in that moment I wanted to be a part of it. I became a volunteer facilitator for the Protecting God's Children program. What began as a response to a single experience became a 10-year commitment. Over that time, I facilitated workshops for more than 2,000 participants, parents, teachers, coaches, grandparents, volunteers. They were from all different backgrounds, communities, and walks of life. Each session was more than just information. It was a space where awareness could grow, where difficult topics could be approached with care, and where people could leave feeling more empowered to protect the children in their lives and in their communities. Looking back now, I can see that what I was offering in those rooms was more than education. I was helping to create a space where truth could be spoken without fear, where silence could begin to soften, and where people could move from discomfort into understanding and action. It was deeply rewarding work. And in many ways, it was also deeply healing, not only for those attending, but also for me. Through those 10 years, something began to transform inside me. The part of my story that once held pain and silence began to take on a different meaning. Not because the past changed, but because my relationship to it did. What had once felt like something that happened to me became something that allowed me to stand for something, for awareness, for protection, for the well-being of children and families. And in that process, I experienced a return to a deeper sense of wholeness. Looking back now, I understand this as part of my soul mission. Not something I planned, but something that emerged through experience, through choice, and through a willingness to respond. Sometimes our soul mission is not revealed through what is easy. Sometimes it is revealed through what we are willing to transform, through what we are willing to bring into the light, through how we choose to serve, even when the origin of that service comes from something difficult. Each of us carries experiences that have shaped us in ways we may not fully understand at the time. And sometimes those very experiences hold the seeds of how we are meant to serve. Not because they define us, but because they can deepen our compassion, our awareness, and our ability to support and lift up others. You may have moments in your life that you would never have chosen. And yet, over time, you may find that those moments have given you a unique capacity to understand, to guide, and to protect others. What if some parts of your story are not only about what you've been through, but about what you are here to bring forward because of it? For me, this experience helped me see that healing and service are so often connected. That as we bring awareness and compassion to our own journey, we naturally create space for others to do the same. And that even in the most difficult experiences, there can be a quiet pathway back to wholeness. One that unfolds through presence, intention, and care. Thank you for spending this time with me in Soul Circuit. If something in this story resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on where your own experiences may be guiding you. Not only toward healing, but toward meaningful expression of service. Soul awareness often reveals itself not in a single moment, but across time, through how we live, respond, and choose to show up. I'm so grateful you're here. Until next time, stay connected to your own inner rhythm and allow life to keep revealing its quiet wisdom to you.